but then, fortunately, he saw the light of day and did leave. And it was Anna being held by the Gestapo for a day, which I think made him decide to leave.
On June 5th, Freud, Martha, and Anna left Vienna for Paris and eventually London. In reporting his departure, the Vienna papers referred to Freud's work as a pornographic Jewish specialty. Freud's 4 sisters were not permitted to leave. They died in concentration camps. Days before Freud escaped, photographer Edmund Engelmann spent a week at Bergasse 19 taking photographs.
I remember the terror on his face, how vulnerable he was, how afraid he was, and how fearful. And at one point I asked him to take his glasses off, and he gave me a little smile. I mean, it's really a faint smile. In these days, very few people did smile. Since I was there almost a week, I became like part of the family. And Mrs. Freud would take me around and show me the photographs of family members. Anna in particular was extremely depressed. She told me that she has discovered in people a new look, the refugee look.
In London, Freud himself now had the refugee look. Making matters worse, his cancer returned, and he underwent 2 operations in the winter of 1938. By now, his ideas about dreams, sexuality, and the unconscious had permeated Western culture, and yet Freud felt dissatisfied and unfulfilled. Psychoanalysis was still controversial, rejected by many as a true science.
He felt himself to have been the founder of a great science of psychoanalysis, and he had some bitterness of having had to fight for the acceptance of his ideas until his very old age.
Frail and dying, Freud continued to see patients and receive visitors. One visitor was the surrealist artist Salvador Dali, who used the occasion to make an interesting sketch. Freud celebrated his 83rd birthday, cigar in hand, on May 6, 1939. By mid-June, his cancer had become inoperable and his pain intense. Years before, Freud had made his daughter Anna promise that when the time comes, you won't let them torment me unnecessarily. On September 23, 1939, Freud told her that the time had come. He died that night from a lethal dose of morphine.
The doctor helped him to die peacefully, and it was a release for him. They couldn't operate anymore, you see.
Freud's ashes rest in an Etruscan vase from his collection of antiquities. He had always thought of himself as an archaeologist of the mind, digging old secrets out of the unconscious. Those secrets helped shape the consciousness of the 20th century, and they will no doubt continue to reverberate in the century ahead.